I think people and companies are making huge mistake by treating all accounts the same. They're losing so much money because your competitor right now is whining and dining somebody, is actually giving them really good takeouts or whatever they're trying to do for them. And if you're treating everybody the same, you're completely missing the opportunity that you have at hand. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, well, you can see how it all fits together. You use things like intent data paired with, the information you might already have about an account to make smart decisions about where you're going to have more success. And then to the broader audience, there are things you'll do. Your content will play a role there, and your newsletter and stuff. But then, as you look inside that smaller group that is the right fit and they're showing signs that they're in the buying process, then those are the ones where you can deploy more of your time and energy to, right?
And it changes the game. The game. Like I'll give you another example of them real quick. And I share about this one. It's in the book. You might remember Pramada. Pramada, they are probably fits more into the sweet spot of the customers that you probably have and the people who are listening to it. They only needed 100 deals to close in next 2 to 5 years. Like they don't need 1,000 because every deal is at least $1 million and it can go up to like 10 million or something like that. So really, really big deals. So they didn't care about number of leads. They didn't care about traffic and stuff. But when they started account-based programs, their traffic dropped by 70%. Now, anybody who's thinking like marketing is like, well, if the traffic drops, you're not a good marketer. Like what's wrong with you? But their pipeline and revenue was going up. So they looked into like what happened. And what they identified was because they were so targeted on their list of accounts they were going after, they were only advertising and engaging with these 100 accounts that they had identified as their total addressable market. And as soon as they did that, everything was to them and they didn't do anything else. That's all they focused on. They actually went from 22 different technologies to 6 to do everything they needed. So their cost of acquisition overall dropped by about 62% just by that. So when they started to do that, the traffic automatically dropped, but it was coming from the right places. So that's the questions that we all have to ask. The vanity metrics, that is one of the other things that I kind of jumped in the book for, as you might remember, is that I think we're measuring too many false positives and vanity metrics. I used to measure website traffic going up is great. Now I ask the question, so what? I used to look at number of downloads are great. Now I ask the question, so what? Are they the right people? Are they from the right tiers? Are they the people that we want more of? If not, we actually figured out how to waste our money.